it is really, really, really obvious sometimes what the media is trying to cover up or what they're trying to show you in an attempt to keep you from seeing what they're really trying to keep you from seeing. I'm always showing you guys how these things play out, and I'm going to do it again today. Took a couple of days off this weekend, took some mental health days to clear my mind, let my body relax, try and make up for a couple of seizures that I decided to go ahead and have with all the stress that's going on. And man, did I watch some stuff this weekend that I couldn't wait to tell you guys about today. So today, we're diving into fake news like always, guys, and I'm doing that for you. My name is Jared. This is RedRacer Video, former car vlogger, and I'm an independent citizen journalist thanks to you, the viewers. You make this possible. Your donations through Patreon, PayPal, and Venmo. 3 links in the description down below. If you see value while you watch this video, please help me continue to do this for you. You guys are the employer at this point. You are my work. I'm honored to do it for you. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to do this. Like I say, if you see value, click one of the 3 links below. Consider supporting the channel. Let's dive into it. So today's video, there's a few things I want to dive into. A few things that happened / didn't happen, depending on which of the news you watched over the weekend, I guess, is how you'd want to look at it. But so let's talk for a second about the murder. You guys probably now have heard about the federal judge's husband and son that were attacked at her home. And it's Judge Salas, I think is how you say her last name. Just so happens that 4 days prior to this shooting happening at her home, she was assigned to a case that involves Epstein and the Deutsche Bank. So a little bit weird that happened, okay? Also a little bit weird, and the weirdest part, in my opinion, about it, is that the FBI has already figured it out. The case is already solved. Like, bing, 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 it's done. The guy came up to the house dressed up like he was in a FedEx costume. Apparently he's some other judge, some other guy that's like this extremist. He came, shot her husband and her son, and then left and went and killed himself in a car somewhere, and they found him, and it's just case closed, it's over. What does a case that's quite that easily solved make you guys think? I know what it makes me think. It makes me think that's a little too weird. Little too weird that this judge just so happened to get assigned to an Epstein case 4 days before this happened. Also a little weird that she just so happened to be in the basement when everybody else gets shot. Maybe not crazy, that part of it. But a little weird they've already got it figured out, and it's already this extremist guy that I'm sure they're going to be able to paint a narrative with, right? So keep your eyes on that case, guys. You probably already heard about it, but keep your eyes open for it. I believe that is absolutely very, very suspect that it just so happened to play out timing-wise the way that it did. What else happened this weekend that the news is ignoring and refusing to tell us about? Oh, that's right. It also came out that Planned Parenthood came out and admitted that they're breaking the law with the things that they're doing. They admitted that babies are sometimes born alive and that they just let them die as opposed to rendering any kind of life-saving care. So that came out. Nobody cares about that. Media's not talking about that, right? Not doing anything about that. You have to ask yourself, whenever the media is telling you something, and I've been saying this now for going on 3 months or however long I've been doing this on YouTube, longer than that, I've been posting about this stuff on Instagram, but you got to ask yourself, why? Just why do they always want to paint these narratives? Why are they pushing the story that they're pushing? Let's talk about another story. Let's talk about another thing that they're pushing / not pushing. And again, I always ask myself, what is it that they're trying to do? What are they trying to not tell us? I find it a little bit funny that Chrissy Teigen, the actor that is losing her mind right now over everybody giving her a hard time on Twitter about the fact that she is a pedo, and she clearly has claimed to be a pedo many times online and on social media. She's getting all upset about people attacking her and the QAnon psychos going after her. Well, her plane got turned around. And I haven't gone and really dug into this yet, so I would encourage you guys to do the same, because I still have to I have yet to go and do this, and I will. But what it sounds like is her and John Legend's plane got turned around mid-flight on the way to China. Or was it Tokyo or Hong Kong? Can't remember where they were flying now. But they were trying to flee the country. Their plane got turned around. The story that the media is using is that there was 2 brothers on the flight that used the same passport for the flight, and they figured that out on a head count 4 hours into the flight. What it looks to me and to the people who are following along like me, what it looks to us like happened, it looks like two pedos tried to flee the country and got caught halfway through the flight and had to turn around and come home. Keep your eyes on that one, guys. It's going to be interesting, in my opinion, to see how that one plays out, right? Let's talk about something else that they're not telling us. Guys, if you were going to steal an election, because you knew you could not beat Donald Trump, how would you do it? I'm not an expert at stealing elections, but I think that there's a roadmap kind of being laid out before us that looks to me like an awful lot like the way you would steal an election. We know mail-in voting is how they steal elections. It has been brought up countless times. It has been a bipartisan issue every year until this year because they knew that mail-in votes were like the number one way to steal elections. I firmly believe that Donald Trump made it because they found a way to keep them from cheating on the machines during the last election. That and a combination of that and the fact that we had more first-time voters than ever, because I hear it in my comments. If you guys were a first-time voter and you voted for Trump, let me hear it. But I've heard that from countless people. I think a combination of those two things probably played a big role in it. How are they trying to steal the election this year? With mail-in votes. How do we know that? Because they have admitted before that votes just disappear. Not only that, we have caught postal workers. And there has been numerous stories now. This isn't one story. This wasn't just something that aired on Fox News. Multiple times now, recently, they have caught people stuffing ballots or losing flipping entire containers full of mail-in ballots. Why would they do that? To steal an election, maybe? What else just was reported over the weekend that nobody wants to talk about? They found out that they believe up to 4% of mail-in votes in one of the elections in New York went missing. They think up to 4% of all the mail-in votes may have gone missing or may have shown up too late to be counted, I think is the excuse they're giving. Real quick math, guys. What's 4% of 400,000? It's a lot. That's a lot. There are ballots, guys. I did a little bit of research on this because I wanted to know. There are elections many times that are decided by hundreds of votes. And they came out over the weekend and admitted that they think they may lose tens of thousands of votes. That is an admission of election fraud. But what are the Democrats still doing everything in their power to do right now, guys? Push mail-in votes. What does Hillary keep tweeting about? Mail-in votes and how everybody should be able to vote by mail. But they don't want to do it the right way. They just are flat out trying to steal an election. Guys, they're showing us on a daily basis. They show us on the news what the game plan is. You just got to read between the lines. You got to use some critical thinking. You got to turn off the blinders where you just assumed that everything that the news told you was true and that your local news anchors actually had a soul, because they don't. They have a master and they go on TV and tell you exactly what that master tells them to tell you every night. And I'm here to tell you, just like I and many other people have been telling you for a long time, they lie to us on a daily basis. And guys, they lied to us all weekend long on the news again, by way of telling us stuff that they don't know to be true yet. Like, really, the FBI's already solved this case? Big bang bang, it's just over. This one's already a cut and dry case. Don't worry, found him. Phew, he already killed himself. Don't ask any questions, got it figured out, right? And then they just chose not to tell us about all the Planned Parenthood stuff that came out. They also chose not to tell us that in New York, they've admitted that probably 40 to 80,000 ballots just disappear in races that are sometimes won by hundreds of votes. I'm begging all you folks, and I know a lot of you are already doing it, please keep using your noodle. Do not believe what they're telling us. And read between the lines. I'm not asking you to just fill in the blanks all the time, because when we fill in the blanks, we don't always do it the right way. But research. Look some stuff up. Find some independent thinkers. Don't just trust RedRacer video. Don't just trust Fox News. Don't just trust Dan Bongino. Don't just trust the X22 report. Links to a lot of these are in my description because I do get information from them. But guys, find some independent news sources. Start watching Educating Liberals on Instagram. Start following the people that are in the bakery on Instagram. There are people that have been on top of this stuff and have been right over the target for a long time. But they're not the people on your network news. They're not the people on your local news. I know so many of you are learning and are coming around. I got an email today, a long email from a good buddy. This meant a lot. I called this gentleman. I sent him my cell phone right afterwards. We ended up talking for a while on the phone afterwards. But he told me that he red-pilled somebody the other day. And the way he said it was absolutely hilarious because he said it's basically like your grandbaby because you red-pilled me and then I red-pilled them. I know it's happening and I know a lot of you guys are doing it. I know a lot of you guys are paying attention. And I'm telling you guys, you are way more powerful than you think. Just like my voice is more powerful than I ever thought it was going to be. The one person that you red pill could turn around and red pill someone else. Or could turn around and red pill a lot of other people. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Our voices are incredibly valuable. There's a lot happening in the news. Our president told us that the next 8 weeks are going to be very, very revealing, that there is a lot going to come to light and there's going to be big changes. The next 8 weeks are going to be crazy. Pay attention, guys. Stay close. I apologize for disappearing for a couple days. I needed it. I needed a mental health break. Stick in. I'm going to be there tomorrow. I'm going to be there every day after that. A lot of stuff going on, guys. One more cool piece of news. I don't know if I'm even supposed to say this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I have been added to the bakery, so if you do not already, at RedRacer Video on Instagram, at RedRacer Video on Parler, make sure you guys are following the channel. I've got to at least be kind of sort of hovering a little bit over what's going on because some of the people that I've looked up to for a very long time wanted to bring me into the fold. So to the bakery, thank you so much. This is as proud a moment as I've probably ever had on camera. So we hit 45,000 subscribers today. We made it in the bakery yesterday. We're going hard, and I appreciate everybody who has supported us to this point. It is because of you that I am able to do this. Thank you very much. Be sure you guys watch tomorrow. Where we go one, we go all. We are the silent majority, but we are the majority. Do not let your TV tell you otherwise. They've been lying to us for a long time. It's not going to stop. Stick with what you know, guys. I love you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Jared RedRacer. We'll see you tomorrow.